Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time to give Team Rocket what for. It is currently bright and early in the morning. I've got myself up to prepare for this Team Rocket attack that I'm going to launch on them. It is 8:49 in the morning. Welcome to episode number 18 of the Pokemon Silver playthrough. In the last episode, if you missed it, our team had to undergo some changes. Now, I'm not going to explain what happened exactly. I'm just going to say I don't like self-destruct. So, you're welcome to go back and check that out. I'm going to give you a team recap right now, show you who we're working with, who's remaining on the team. We do have Arbok back from Pokemon Blue at level 22. He's got Poison, Sting, Bite, Wrap, and Fissure, which might come in handy. And his stats right there. Speed is his best stat, and attack is pretty high up there as well. Next we have Keaton, level 23, the Heracross. He has Horn Attack, Tackle, Leer, and Endure. And his attack is way higher than Arbok's is, 69. Next we have Stinger the Beedrill, level 23. He's got Poison, Sting, Twin Needle, String Shot, and Swift. And his attack is... how much was Keaton's? Okay, Stinger's is 51. That's not too bad, though. And next we have Gary, the level 25 Gyarados, with Takedown, Surf, Dragon Rage, and Bite. And he's got the highest attack of the entire team. And finally, last on the team is Egbert, the level 23 Togepi. He's got the Quick Claw in case he is a little bit slower than the opponent. Swift, Metronome, Charm, and Sweet Kiss. And his stats right there. He's more defensive, as we've been saying along the way. So, that is all that remains after the devastation from last episode. I'm not going to say exactly what happened, but we have some revenge to wreak on Team Rocket as we go in here. Now, before I go too much further, I do want to point out that a viewer named Robert has pointed out that if you look at the badges here, it doesn't show you exactly who is who or what town they're in, but Price is trainer number 7, or leader number 7, so we are here a little bit ahead of schedule, but I'm not going to back out just yet. I want to finish with Team Rocket before I finish Mahogany Town, before I leave and do something else, because after what they pulled on us last time with, I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to step in here, but down below here, it's an entire self-destruct zone of Pokemon like Coughing and Geodude and Voltorb. And it did claim a number of my Pokemon, thanks to all those exploding rival Pokemon. But as I learned afterwards, I could have just come down here and avoided the entire section. So I was tempted to say, you know what? Those self-destructs were stupid and don't count and bring those Pokemon back. But I wouldn't feel right doing that because if I was to do that and call that a stupid reason to lose a Pokemon, what would prevent me from doing that later on if something else in a similar situation took place? So I am gonna bear with it, you know, I'm gonna accept those KOs as they were. Are you alright? Not as much as I would like to be, Lance, thank you. Your Pokemon are hurt and tired. Some of them are. Here, give them some of my medicine. So it's a nice heal right here. Chaz, let's give it our best for Pokemon. So they probably have him there in case you do go through the self-destruct zone. And as I said, I was concerned that, you know, if I was to call that a doesn't count sort of a thing, then what would keep me from doing that later on? Plus, there's the fact that if I did give my Pokemon Johto team members more leeway with knockouts and stuff, then it's not really going to give the Pokemon Blue Pokemon a chance to shine, and it would kind of make all the captures and stuff unimportant for back then. Anyway, you rotten little pest! Alright, so let's see what your levels are at. I don't want to back out, because if I was to back out and go elsewhere before doing this, in a way it means Team Rocket wins. And I am not prepared to let Team Rocket win. See, they're only level 18 Venonat. Our lowest is Arbok level 22. We can handle this. I'm going to go for the Wrap first of all. Or maybe not. And it's got Confusion, but we got the Special Defense to handle that. We are going to switch out though, I think. No, we're going to go Bite. We're going to stick in here for a little bit longer. And what was I going to say? Yeah, something like basically, if I was to back out, another thing is, like, I could go and do a grinding montage before this and go train up outside of Mahogany Town and power my guys up a little bit higher. As soon as I can hit level 26 with all my team, I am going to be able to bring back another Pokemon from Blue. We do have an empty space on the team, as you can see, but I kind of like making a bit more of a challenge in that I only do a grinding montage for preparing for a gym, and Team Rocket is no gym. Look at this, Arbok is out for revenge, flinching everything he sees and getting critical hits. Arbok, you're gonna pull through so well, I hope. Grrr. Yeah, you have reason to be mad, sure. Heh, only the boss knows the password for that door. Where's the boss? Who knows? Go look for yourself. I will do so. Not because you told me to, because I want. Is this a hidden item? No? Okay. Wait, in the wall? No. So, as I say, I'm not giving Team Rocket the satisfaction of me backing out and having to go do a training montage beforehand. Look at those self-destructs waiting to happen. Yeah, that's what concerns me. I gotta deal with those things at some point. I'll figure that out when it happens. The door won't open. Well, duh! It has to have a password that only Team Rocket knows. So, since these guys are like level 17, let's say 18 or so, I wonder what the leader of the Rocket is going to have. Now, here's a single Pokemon. This should be a good gauge of their levels. 18, so I'm not really that worried about Team Rocket, at least not at this point. Maybe when the leader comes along, something might be a little more concerning, but anyway, as I take out some random Team Rocket grunts who don't deserve the glory of being, I guess, you know, highlighted in my commentary, I will point out that I have discovered, now I've been mentioning along the way that my 3DS is having some problems with keeping it charged and stuff, and I bought a nice little toolkit, precision tools that I can use to like examine the 3DS and stuff, and as it turns out, my battery has become swollen, and I wasn't sure what that meant exactly, but I went online and looked it up, and apparently it's a very dangerous thing. The battery could rupture and possible chemical burns and stuff, so I cannot touch that battery. So I've had to put it away and have to properly dispose of it as soon as I get the chance. And that means I can't use the 3DS, of course, at all. And I was thinking, could I even use the battery for a little bit longer? But there's no real point. Not worth the risk of an exploding battery, basically. So I need to find myself a replacement battery, as Arbok is level 23 off that Golbat. What? I lost! Yes, you did. Get used to it. Yeah, I'm just a grunt. I don't know the password. Too bad for you. So Arbok has hit 23. We're gonna let Egbert lead the way now. If I can just get 3 more levels on most of these Pokemon, then we're gonna be able to bring back another Pokemon Blue returning member. Lance! It takes 2 passwords to get into the boss's quarters. Those passwords are known only to a few Rockets. That Rocket there was very gracious. That Rocket there very graciously told me so. Chaz, let's go get the passwords. So, have you been defeated? Urgh, the guy in the cape is incredibly tough. Yes, you have. Alright, so let's go this way. We're going to divide and conquer as we pick up a protein, increasing the attack stat. Gee, who should use that? We already got someone at massive attack stat. Let's go a little bit further with that. I think our Gyarados would enjoy a protein. Where are you? Gary? Attack has gone up by probably at least 1 point, I'm going to say. So, what I want to do, like, I want to get my 3DS back in working order simply because I miss using my 3DS while I'm on the go. And as soon as Pokemon Go does release here in Canada, I'm going to be doing a lot of walking around and I want to record the steps. But I also like the thought of, if I encounter somebody else with Pokemon Go, if they have a 3DS with them, we can do some battles and trades that way too. I used to work for Sylph, but now I run research for Team Rocket. A meddlesome child like you needs to be punished. Are you going to have Voltorb? I somehow suspect you're going to have Voltorb. So we got 2 Pokemon Ross. You're going to send in a Coughing, first of all. So level 22, you are going to have self-destruct, which means I'm going to go to somebody defensive. Now, who has the best defense? I'm going to check Keaton first. Your defense is at 49, and Gary's is at 53. So Gary is the most defensive. We're switching into him. We're not wasting any more chances on self-destructs if we can help it. There it is. Alright. Can we hang on here? We're not messing with your self-destructs anymore, guys. That's the man, Gary. Take that self-destruct. And in next is another Coughing, same level, I'm going to say. Now, I'm going to heal up with a Super Potion, because if it goes for self-destruct again, of course I'm going to need more HP to survive that. Now that I'm being cautious with this, watch now be the time to get a critical hit. I just jinxed it. I shouldn't have said anything. There goes Sludge. Alright, so that did, the self-destructed 56 points, I want to say. Can we flinch it out? I'm going to go for flinch, and if I can flinch it, then I'm going to go Dragon Rage. Sludge, okay, we can drop it with Dragon Rage. I'm sure it doesn't have more than 40 at this particular point. This level and the HP remaining. Yes, you poisoned us, but you know what? It doesn't matter. You are going to fall, Coughing. Get out of my face. You should have self-destructed when you had the chance. Alright, so I did learn something from last episode, if nothing else. The levels of self-destruct. A mere tactical error cost me. I like how these guys give a lot of good money, though. A radio signal that drives Pokemon mad. My experiment is a complete success. He's the one responsible for this. My promotion is assured. Oh, you can get more money from him next time. This loss means absolutely nothing. Yes, get promoted, please. I could use some more prize money. So we're going to heal up wrong one. We're gonna heal up Gary. And if you have any small potions, I think they're at the bottom. Some basic potion, I'm gonna use 2 of those, I believe. Save the super potion for in battle. Like, it's a good idea to use your lesser items outside of battle, because you have time to heal up. You can use as many as you want. Whereas if I was to use a potion in battle, I'm only healing 20 per turn while the opponent gets to attack. So, Gary is back up and running. If we do see any more possible self-destructing, probably Gary's the one to switch into. Do I know the password? Maybe. Ooh, sounds foreshadowy. But no weakling's going to get it. So we have to prove our worth to this Team Rocket grunt in order to get this password. Hello, Jesse Cassidy, whatever you want to call yourself. You're going to lead with an Ekans. You can't self-destruct. I think we can deal with you. Level 18 as well. I wonder if the scientists are going to have higher level Pokemon in general, because those were 22 coffins. Level 22. Alright, so what are you going to go for? Poison Sting? We're not a fairy type. What are you trying to pull here? Okay, I thought they're going to get the poison. So, speed tie going on. They're going to outspeed us when they need to flinch us, of course. Come on, that's not too much to worry about. Our defense is good, plus what kind of, you got Poison Sting, what Wrap I would think you'd have. Not much to worry about there. And we outspeed this turn, land that Swift Attack, and drop the Ekans. Okay, so now I have to go about and find myself a replacement battery for the 3DS, because currently all of my Pokemon are locked in the game, and I can't even use them right now. So let's go for the Sweet Kiss first of all. I'm confused as Gloom. Will I have anyone to switch into on a Gloom? You know what? I'm going to think Stinger could switch in if I need to. But we're going to let Egbert have a shot here. And I still miss the fact I can't use the Metronome without the risk of Egbert self-destructing and stuff like that. So Sleep Powder does not pull through. It's getting low on the HP. I don't need to confuse it again. I'm going to stick in here. Sweet Scent is going to lower my evasiveness though. And this is the first time we have moves that can alter evasiveness. Well, lower the evasiveness. Back in Gen 1 we did have Double Team, but it's interesting that they included a move, Sweet Scent, that lowers the opponent's evasiveness. And of course Foresight is a nice move that completely ignores all evasive boosts, so I like how they sort of looked at what was kind of broken in Gen 1 and tried to fix it up a bit. Egbert is level 24 off of that Gloom. Can you learn a new move at all? No, unfortunately, but can you evolve is the question. Alright, stop, I'll tell you. Yes, she has the password. At least the first one. The password to the boss's room is Slowpoke Tail. Why you gotta bring that back up? But it's useless unless you have 2 passwords. So Lance is probably gonna get the second password, which means I am probably free to just go back to that area. But you know what? I'm gonna continue pressing forward, if only to wreak vengeance on a bunch of other Team Rockets. Now, if I check this computer, is it going to explode? It's not going to react at all. Okay, good. I was thinking, what if it's like a self-destruct booby trap? Much like all of those Pokemon were. I don't care that Pokemon are hurt by our experiment. Then you have to fall. We gotta bring you down and teach you the value of all life, Mitch. You're gonna have not a self-destructor. Level 24, should I... how do I deal with this? So, Horn Attack and Tackle is all that it would have. I don't want to switch into somebody difficult to take down. Who do I have to work with? I don't want to give them Fisher. I'm not going to switch into Arbok for sure. I'm going to stay in with Keaton. So if I need to, I can switch out to our defensive Gyarados. I think Keaton might even be able to drop the Ditto himself. So, I think we have the defense to handle this. It is 1 level above us, but I believe when Ditto transforms, it takes the exact stats that your Pokemon have at that point. Doesn't matter what the Ditto's level is. Down goes the Ditto. That could have been a little bit worrisome, but we managed to take care of it. Mitch is defeated. Thinking is my strong suit, not battling. That's why you use Ditto to copy the opponent and use them against themselves. If we turn up the power of our radio signal for broadcast nationwide, the very thought excites me. And that is why we have to stop Team Rocket. Speaking of which... You're challenging me to a battle? Ha! You're nuts, but you have guts! I like that. This guy's a poet. If you beat me, I'll tell you a password to the boss's room. So this is password number 2. The last trainer wasn't very difficult to deal with, and she gave us the password. So, what are you going to have? A single Pokemon is going to be at level Eradicate 19. Now, Hyper Fang could be a problem, but we do have nice defense. We are faster, 4 levels higher. Your defense is not that good, Eradicate. Yeah, one more Horn Attack brings you down. Now, depending on how much this does, yeah, even Quick Attack won't harm us, so you can go ahead and Quick Attack all you like. We are dropping you, and we're going to get that second password. But what concerns me, as I said, is the fact that we're coming up to some, as you saw, some Voltorb, or rather, I think they're Electrode. You're good! Thanks. I knew it, but thanks. Would you stop that? The password to the boss's room? I think it is Raticate Tail? You don't even know for sure. Do you even actually have the password? You probably just overheard somebody in like the lunchroom talking about this. So we get a Dire Hit, which I think is like an X item that increases your critical hit ratio. We get a Full Heal, which is definitely useful as well. Cure any status condition that my Pokemon happens to have. So, what else is on this floor that we can explore? There is a sealed door over there, but we can't get there just yet. Now we have the passwords, and what all did we check out? We didn't come up here yet, I don't think. Are there more rockets to vanquish on our quest to save the Gyarados? There is one more here. Oh, a kid. I don't really like this, but eliminate you I must. So you seem to have some honor, some morals. You understand that you shouldn't pick on the weaker than yourself. Little do you know, I'm way out of your league. And yes, I'm gloating a little bit. Watch this come back and kick me in the butt. But I don't think we have too much to fear from a Rattata. And I'm pretty sure one Horn Attack should drop you. Time to go. Keaton is almost at level 24. I'm hoping we're going to learn a fighting move. Now, would you have Wing Attack at this level? I doubt it, but would you even survive a Horn Attack? That I also doubt. As I expected. So the Zubat is done, and we got one more Pokemon. It's going to be a Rattata. Again, level 17 Horn Attack will drop you and hit a level for Keaton, bringing us to level 24. Now here's what I was thinking. I was going to say, or I did say I could have done a grinding or training montage before this. I want to use Team Rocket as my grindees. I want to get my levels off of these guys. No new move for Keaton. Come on, man. How long's it going to be? I knew I'd lose. Is that why you didn't want to fight me? I got wiped out on the last mission by a kid, too. When we were abducting Pokemon, this kid with long red hair and mean-looking eyes just creamed me. So that would be Damien, of course, our rival, wherever he happens to be at. So we're going to switch around into Stinger, who was our oldest captured Pokemon. Arbok will be next in line to get to level 24. So is there anything we can do down here? Yes, there is a locked door. Didn't I tell you that I was going to destroy Team Rocket? Tell me, who was the guy in the cape who used dragon Pokemon? Told you he had dragons. My Pokemon were no match at all. I don't care that I lost. I can beat him by getting stronger Pokemon. It's what he said that bothers me. He told me that I don't love and trust my Pokemon enough. I'm furious that I lost to a bleeding heart like him. Huh. I don't have the time for the likes of you. Alright, I was concerned you were going to battle me. I wasn't quite ready for it just yet, but can we get in here? The door's closed. Okay, this is the password to the boss's room. I forgot. We're trying to get here. Auto walk. Uh-oh. What? Who are you? This is the office of our leader, Giovanni. Giovanni's back. Since disbanding Team Rocket 3 years ago, he has been in training. So he's not back. But we're certain he will be back someday to assume command again. That's why we're standing guard. I won't let anyone disturb this place. Now, interesting, this is just a basic grunt, but I liked how in the Heart Gold Soul Silver remakes, they gave you a certain number of... It's not a grunt at all, it's an executive. What are your levels going to be at? Get a Zubat. 22, okay, that's still doable. Now, what was I going to say? I didn't want a new Poison Sting, but they gave you some, like, important characters, some, like, named characters, I think, in the Heart Gold Soul Silver remakes. So there's a bunch of executives that you can call by name. Alright, so we are confused. I'm going to go ahead and bring in... Might as well go for the big guns. Come on in, Gary. Let's just wipe our way through everything here. Go for a bite. I think our special defense can handle it, plus your special attack can't do a lot to us. Tell you what, you want to see what a bite's all about? Here's a bite. There we go. And you're going to try again anyway? Alright, you know what? Just have this Dragon Rage. You can just borrow it temporarily for the next 2 seconds. 1, 0. I'll take it back, thanks. Too bad you can't get PP back for knocking something out. But oh well. Next Pokemon in is going to be a powerful Raticate. So that is 24. Definitely want to go for a bite. Now, you're going to outspeed us, which is unfortunate for us. And you don't flinch us, however. So, will a Dragon Rage drop you at this point? I don't think it would. I'm going to try Surf. It is Stab. You got a quick attack on you. That's okay. And I might want to go Super Potion now. I don't want to risk a critical hit losing our Gyarados, because we've already lost enough Pokemon to Team Rocket here in Mahogany Town. How much does this do to the Raticate? Yes, so definitely a Dragon Rage, or pretty much anything at this point, will drop the Raticate. So let's make sure Gary is nice and healthy, because we want him healed up, especially once we get into dealing with those Pokemon we saw up above. Alright, so a critical Hyper Fang still won't bring us down. We're going to Surf you. Now, don't flinch us, though. Flinching would be annoying. Alright, Raticate is down. Gonna have to Super Potion up again to deal with the final Pokemon now. Now, I believe in the remakes they had a Houndoom, I think? Possibly. We're gonna find out what they have in just a moment as they send in their third and final Pokemon. It is Coughing. That's a self-destructor. So we're gonna go ahead and Super Potion once more. And as long as they don't get a, if I can speak, as long as they don't get a critical self-destruct, we'll be okay. Alright, so Smug. How much will this do? Probably very minimal damage. It is Stab, but come on. And they don't get the poison. Sweet. So we're going to try to flinch it out first of all, and then we'll Dragon Rage, as long as we don't get self-destructed on. We just saved our Gyarados from getting blown up, which is very nice. And I believe this will finish off the Team Rocket Executive. I was going to say Grunt again, but I forgot. He actually has a different sprite, so he is not a Grunt. He's worked his way up through the ranks to become my next victim here. Level 26 Gyarados. Alrighty. Attack is at 83. I like it. I couldn't do a thing. Giovanni, please forgive me. Nice bit of cash. Still not as much as the scientists give me, though. No, I can't let this affect me. I have to inform the others. That looks like it kind of hurt. As much as like an 8-bit sprite can, show pain. The password is Hail Giovanni! Thank you, Murkrow. So, interesting, there's an instance in-game of a Pokemon that can speak English. Hail Giovanni. Now, given the whole recent thing about Captain America, Hail Giovanni seems like an interesting thing for them to say. So here we have a special item. Now, Sludge Bomb? TM46. What does this teach? Thief. Alright, I thought it was Sludge Bomb for some reason. Somehow that came to mind. But we do have Thief now. We can teach that to somebody. It's good for stealing the items from Pokemon as well. And since this is the first game where held items were introduced, it's interesting that you have the access or the ability to, first of all, use a small potion on your Gyarados because he's not at full health. And I'm going to lead with Gary when we go into here because he is our highest level with the most defense, but as I was saying about held items, it is since it's the first game held items were introduced, you do have the chance to encounter wild Pokemon with held items in rare instances, and using that Thief attack is a good way to get a collection of items that you can sell for money, and just, useful items for in battle and such like that. So, alright, Lance, where are you at? We got the passwords. Wait, we gotta open the door first. Okay. The door's closed. She has entered the password. The door opened. Does Lance show up? Where is he? Hold it right there! Uh-oh. Team Rocket has found me! We can't have a brat like you on the loose. It's harmful to Team Rocket's pride, you see. However strong you may be, you can't take both of us at the same time. Sorry, baby. Now get ready to be thrashed. Wait for it. You're done. Hey, don't be so selfish. Spread the fun around. Thank you, Lance. What? You had an accomplice. Where is your sense of honor? You guys were gonna go 2-on-1 against me. Where's my honor? As the interim boss in place of Giovanni, I'll show you how wrong it is to meddle with Team Rocket. So we have another executive, it looks like. Did I put Gary to the front? If so, I'm okay with that. Level 26 Gyarados leading off? Yeah. So here we have an Arbok. Ooh, level 23. Just like my Arbok. So we are leading with Gary. Can we flinch you out? And is the question. Your defense is pretty decent, but you go for Wrap. Now we can't switch out. And if you poison us, that would be annoying. But I think we're okay. We're going to go for another bite. And after that, I'm going to take a look at my own Arbok. At level 23, he has 64 HP total, so I think one more bite, possible flinch, and then a Dragon Rage should drop their Arbok. I'm kind of like doing some sneaky spy work here, trying to see how much HP would you have. Definitely, Dragon Rage will drop the Arbok at this point. and we'll be free of that wrap. So let's do that, Gary. Down goes the Arbok. 2 Pokemon remain. Now, their levels are on par with what we have, so I am happy that I went in here when I did, but as Robert pointed out, this is the 7th gym in Mahogany Town, so I might want to go ahead and go back to the other gyms first. So level 25 Murkrow. I'm going to Surf, so we get some stab damage off. We need more physical attacks from Gyarados. Now, I think they can't learn Earthquake back here, like they can nowadays, but... Okay, so down goes the Murkrow to a critical hit, but if Gary could learn Earthquake, that would be a massive physical attack to teach him. Final Pokemon is going to be Gloom, which I'm just going to go for a couple Dragon Rages. Definitely 2 should drop this Grass-type Pokemon. And then we got to deal with those Voltorb or Electrode in there. Acid, we can handle that. Physical attack. Doesn't drop the defense, fortunately, so another Dragon Rage brings you down. Essentially, what I'm going to have to do with these Voltorb is probably just try to endure the hits. In fact, Keaton might be a good way to go as well with the endure attack. Alright, so attack is at 86 on our Gyarados, level 27. He's way over leveled, but I'm going to get the other guys caught up to him at some point. You're really strong. It's too bad. If you were to join Team Rocket, never going to happen, you could become an executive. 1,800. You're still not as much money as the scientists. This hideout is done for, but that's fine. The broadcast experiment was a total success. It doesn't matter what happens to this hideout now. We have much bigger plans. You'll come to appreciate Team Rocket's true power soon enough. Enjoy yourself while you can. Foo, 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 foo. That did it. I'm using the same voice for everybody. We defeated all the Rockets here, but I'm concerned about the young guy I battled in the process. Sorry, Chaz. I saw how well you were doing, so I just hung back. Thank you, Lance. I already lost 2 Pokemon in this Team Rocket base, but you're letting me take the brunt of the attacks. I appreciate this. Air quote. Or hand quote. Now that all there is left to do is to turn off that odd radio signal. Am I going to get a chance to heal? It's this machine that's causing all the problems. I don't see a switch on it. We have no choice. We have to make all the Electrode faint. That should stop this machine from transmitting that strange signal. It's no fault of the Pokemon, so it makes me feel guilty. Chaz, let's split the job. Alright, here's where things get scary. So, how are our Pokemon doing? I'm going to get Gary a couple of potions. Now, since they are Electrode and they have high speed, I know in Gen 1, critical hits are determined by speed. I'm hoping that's not the case anymore. Like I said, I might just want to leave Keaton and go for the Endure for starters. And then maybe switch into Gary if the Endure doesn't really pull through. This is the riskiest part of the playthrough thus far, I believe. We're going to give it a shot. If only we had a Ghost-type Pokemon, we would be completely fine here. So, level 23 Electrode. Definitely going to have Self-Destruct at this point. Let's start with the idea. Endure. If you want to blow up immediately, I'm okay with that. That I'm not okay with. Now, would you have an electric move at this level? I really hope not, because I have to switch into Gary. Do not like this. Alright, self-destruct. Wait for it, come on. There's one down. Alright. This is, I'm going to be really quiet during all of these encounters, because it is very scary stuff dealing with these self-destructing Electrode. I'm going to get Gary back up to full. I'm going to try that strategy once again. I'm not going to let those 2 HP be the possible reason we lose our Gyarados. I'm going for that simple little potion. Let's try this again. Endure the first one, and if need be, switch out to Gary. Because as long as it's not critical, we know he will survive it. So let's go, Electro. Watch one of these be shiny. Okay, round 2. Endure. Use your self-destruct now, please. I don't want to risk anyone getting knocked out. No, they're going to tackle. So, I could go for Endure again, but it has a greater chance to fail the more you use it in succession, so that's why I'm switching out. Otherwise, I would just freely sit in here and keep going for that Endure attack. And I go for Screech. Now, that's the problem. Our defense is not good enough to handle this. So, who has the best defense? Let's see here. So, Gary has... Where's your defense at, Gary? Naturally, Gary has 57 for defense. And 51 for Keaton. Okay, so he's probably the next best. Here we have Stinger's not coming in at all, and yeah, so Keaton is the next best bet. He's only lost 6 HP, so the last one left Gary with 30. I'm not doing the math, I'm just hoping he's going to handle this. So this gives us a chance to go for an Endure again at least. And if they don't self-destruct, I can switch back to Gary. There's the self-destruct. Okay, so we know we're going to survive this. I want you to land a critical right now. Get it out of your system. Unfortunately, no, so the critical is still out there floating somewhere. But we can go ahead and potion Keaton back up, get him back to full. Super potion, and then do probably the rest of the, I think only one? Yeah, one little potion will get him back up. So this is very delicate work here. And we're going to take on this next Electrode. 1 second. My audio recording was probably going to drop out at some point, so I want to get that prepared. I don't want to cut out this battle if I can help it. Final Electrode. Come on. Unfortunately, Lance is taking care of the other 3 for us. So, again, go for the Endure. If you want to self-destruct immediately, please do so. Just get this over with. I'm not looking to capture you. I don't want to weaken you. I just want you out of my way. Sonic Boom. Alright, so you don't have electric moves at least. We've seen your full moveset, I believe. Let's go into Gary and hope for the best. Tackle attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the bite. It does outspeed. Now, if it's not critical, we'll handle this. Come on, have faith. We haven't lost anybody to the Electrode. Excellent. Okay. Because that would have been just a terrible way to lose somebody right there. You all done there, Lance? Let's get out of here. That odd signal has finally stopped. The lake should be back to normal. You're the hero. Let me thank you on behalf of all the Pokemon. Oh, yes, you should take this. I found it here, but I don't have any need for it. HM06 Waterfall, I believe that is. No, Whirlpool. Teach it to a Pokemon to get across wild water, but keep this in mind. You can use that only out of battle with the badge from Mahogany Gym. Chaz, the journey to becoming the Pokemon Master is long and difficult. How would you know? Knowing that, will you keep going? ... I see. No, you're right. I haven't even said anything, and he already knows I'm right. If he would give up that easily, he would have never chased that dream in the first place. I look forward to seeing you again. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out of here. And we're going to save the game up back in the Pokemon Center. As we heal up nicely, you're going to avoid that entire exploding section. And you can see Team Rocket is completely gone from Mahogany Town. So, feel free to leave a comment below, folks. Let me know what you thought of this retaliatory strike versus Team Rocket. Managing to pull through, not losing a single Pokemon. Luckily, those Electrodes were kind of scary. But, as I say, feel free to leave a comment and let me know, basically how well I did, or if you would have done anything better as I save up the game. Also, let me know what you're looking forward to in the future of the Pokemon Silver playthrough. And if you like this episode and you think somebody else you know would enjoy watching the playthrough, feel free to share this with a friend. Let them know that we're moving forward. We're halfway through Silver. We've already done Pokemon Blue, and we're going to be continuing through all the generations as time goes on. So I want to say thank you for checking out today's episode. I'll catch you next time.